First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready. 53. Check 53.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Check it out, Reed. Switch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And a give this time to the tailback. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 38 yards on the scamper there. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Drop deep. Check 31. Anyway.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, but the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Bridgewater now. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Tighten up. Hey, wahoo! Hey.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Set 70, Indy. Right there. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check, check. Lucky. Ready?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they're showing improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. Roberts got it. Touchdown, Carolina. Seth Roberts, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready, ready. 15 lining. 15 lining. Let's go. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Check, 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 check. Out. Hey. Check, 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 check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to run now. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Panthers 14, Saints 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Saints 7.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, check. Fresno. Hey, check. Big river.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Switch.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here we go. 10 Lobos.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Trying to lay one up deep. And that that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out. But it'll be third down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
80 weapons. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
I'm coming after you. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Protein spill. Leo. Ready?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. 58. Now. 58, the money. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Watch this. Big ass. Kill. Do.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Now Bridgewater. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. First down, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to run past the 20. 34 yards there and a first down.
Before a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Let's go, son. At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
2nd and 3. And this will be incomplete.
The 2nd down pass. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and...
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
The 10th carry for Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
From the 36, Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. EWYK with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 40.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
36. Look at me. Door. 5.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Play to win. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll set up a throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the slip, watch the slip. Mike 51, Mike 51.
He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Topper, snap.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll drop the throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 23 yards on the play.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Hey, Haywood. Come. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away. This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Mike's 50, Mike. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go.
Bridgewater. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight. And they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Panthers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7 and 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2 and 9 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many clowns to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me one up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.